Welcome back to another video, and this is my team of the season in La Liga so far. We played 18 games, and I feel like it's only right for me to give you what my team of the season so far, unbiased as well, unbiased perspective. Yes, I'm a Madrid fan, but I'm not going to be putting 11 Madrid players in there. I'm going to give you my unbiased 11 of so far who's performed the best in every single position. But as you guys know, as always, like, share, and subscribe, baby. Come on, man. Come on, you know you want to do it. Just stop the video, subscribe, and then start the video again. The goalkeeper was quite up in the air, to be fair, because I had a couple people in mind. I had a couple people that I was thinking of going with, but I think the only right option for me is Alex Romero from Real Sociedad. Thibaut's been out, as you guys know. Ter Stegen also has been out, but he hasn't been the best Ter Stegen this season. Oblak is not the same, but Alex Romero, for me, has been incredible this season. Only considered by 18-19 goals this season. He's got 2 man of the match, fam. Like one of the game which I watched against Rayo, where, bro, he was unbeatable, fam. Unbeatable. Rayo threw everything in there and he managed to keep a clean sheet. The game against La Palmas away from home, it was 0-0. He also, again, won man of the match. Champions League, he did what he did in the Champions League. That's a reason why Sociedad finished first in the Champions League. There's a reason why they went to San Siro, to Inter Milan, and managed to keep a clean sheet because of Alex Romero. So credit to what he's done. Sociedad, they're competing for that 4th, 5th spot. And I feel like, fam, I feel like they can. I've got them finishing 4th this season. And I've got them doing a surprise run in the Champions League. Moving on to right back. And that's only one, man. That's only one answer. That's only one right answer. It's Dani Carvajal. Mr. Gluten-free, Dani Carvajal. The best right back before he got injured in the world, Mr. Dani Carvajal. Incredible season. I spoke about Dani Carvajal last video where I gave you what I thought about in terms of a rating each Madrid player. So I'm not going to repeat what I said, but fam, what a season Dani Carvajal's having. And the closest person which I will give him, a lot of people are going to say Cancelo. I feel like Cancelo's done better on the left-hand side than he's done on the right-hand side. That's just my personal opinion. I think Cancelo's been a better left-back than a right-back this season. But the closest person might be Couto from Girona. Like, what a player. That fullback role, that pairing that Michel has got and the system that Michel has got for that Girona team, incredible. And Couto is one of the most influential players in that system. Just him going forward and adding that creativity in the final third is mad this season. But Dani Carvajal has been one little level better. Next to Dani Carvajal is another Real Madrid player. Again, I'm not going to take too much time. I already spoke about how good he's been. I already spoke about how influential he's been in my last Real Madrid video. And that is Rudiger. Not only the best centre-back in La Liga this season, top 2 centre-backs in the world. For me, it's him and Van Dijk. For me, I will edge it to Van Dijk slightly. But Rudiger has been alongside the best centre-back in the world this season. He's changed the way Real Madrid are. The reason we have only conceded 10 goals is because of Rudiger. Yeah. Next to Rudiger, I've got a Barcelona man. Mr. Araujo himself. Barcelona this season have been shaky defensively. They haven't been as convincing as they usually are. Shout out to one person. Shout out to 2 people, actually. Daily Blind, who's doing an incredible underrated role at Girona, and shout out to Robin de la Marmande in Sociedad. Incredible player as well. An underrated player, what he's done over there. But Araujo this season, for me, has been Barcelona's defense. Koundé, he started the season off very great. Very, very great when Araujo was down with an injury. But over the past month or so, over the past month and a half, you've seen him getting a bit exposed defensively. Cancelo, we all know he's not the greatest defenders. Balde, he's not in the team. And Christensen as well, every now and then. But Araujo has been Barcelona's defense this season, especially over the past 2 months, where he's taken that leadership role and he's made it his own. And he's grown, bro. He's grown. You can see a bit more leadership. You can see a bit more experience. And, fam, Barcelona, the fact that they are where they are right now, and they should be far worse, to be fair. They should be far worse. There's certain games, the game against Sociedad, they should have never picked up 3 points. There's other games they picked up 3 points where they should have never done that. Comes down to the back line and Araujo mainly. And lastly, the left back. I was going to say Cancelo, but I was going to say, he's never been the left back consistently. He's been rotating between right back and left back. I feel like he's been playing better as a left back, but I'm going to give it to Miguel Gutierrez. What a player. What a player this season. Go against Barcelona. The game against Barcelona in general. And any other games as well this season for Girona. The reason why Girona's first, surprisingly first, in La Liga. By the way, I'm recording this video a week before the last game. But the reason why Girona's first in La Liga as of yet is because of what they've done going forward. The midfield, which I'll be talking about quite shortly, who will be part of the team of the season, and mainly the left back as well in Miguel. He's given that creativity going forward. The partnership between him and Salvio as well on the left hand side. He's given defensively as well. He's better than what I expected actually. At Madrid, he started a couple of games when Marcelo was there, when Marcelo was on the bench, and he showed a bit of weaknesses defensively, especially awareness in terms of leaving space behind. But so far, from what I've seen from Girona, I've watched the past 7, 8, 9 Girona games, and bro, he's been very, very solid defensively. He's added a bit more strength into him as well. He's not that weak left back, that rookie. He's added a bit more strength, and to be fair, I don't mind him coming back, man. What a season he's having. It gives me Dani Carvajal vibes. When Dani Carvajal went to Leverkusen and got his breakthrough season, this is what giving me with Miguel. I feel like this is his breakthrough season, and if he can make it and push it a little bit further to make it to Madrid, you never know, man. Moving on to the midfield, and I'm playing the Carlo Ancelotti way of playing. I'm playing the 4-man midfield. I was going to play 3, but I have to give credit to one person, which is quite surprising for me to give credit to. But before I go to that person, the first midfielder, the first 6, he's not a 6, he's an 8, but I'm going to be playing him. Well, I mean, listen, this is not a game. But the first midfielder which I'll be playing is Alexis Garcia from Girona. Player, incredible player, fam. Last season he was incredible, and the fact that last season he was never part. Last season, which is baffling to me. He was never part of team of the season. La Liga's official team of the season last season, even though he deserved 100%. They were putting Barca players and Madrid players where they should have never been in the team of the season. But the fact that Alexis Garcia never made team of the season, it just shows how underrated he was and unnoticed he was last season. This season, Spain is now finally noticing what he can do. He got his international caps this season, and this season you're seeing the leadership. You're seeing how great he is, fam. He is literally a Busquets / Xavi / Iniesta for that midfield. Him and Yangel Herrera, they're creating that double pivot role, which is mad because they're both quite different. Herrera is a bit more advanced. Garcia is a bit more deep playing, but Garcia's role is crazy. He's literally, like I said, doing the Busquets, doing the Xavi, doing the Toni Kroos, doing the Luka Modric, doing everything for that midfield, and he deserves a big name, bro. Everyone should start noticing how great of a player he is. Stop. I don't want to hear this, underrated that. Fam, he's good. He is that good. Moving on, it has to be my lover, Fede. Like I said, I'm not going to be talking too much about Fede because I already spoke about how great he's been in my last video. Fede deserves his name in this time. 100%. No, let's not waste any time. Let's just move on. Let's not waste any time. The person next to Fede on the left-hand side is a surprise one. You guys know me quite well. I've never been a fan of him. But this time, I've taken my bias aside. I've taken my Madrid goggles away. I'm now seeing the game differently. And this season, credit to what he's done. And credit to Xavi as well for playing him where he wants to play. And the reason why Barcelona has been dropping points recently over the past 4 or 5 games is because of his absence. The injury has ruined Barcelona. Let's be real. And I'm going to say his name. Gavi. Not number 6. Gavi. Gavi this season has been incredible. He deserves to be part of the team of the season. What a season he's having. He is the glue. Defensively, in the midfield, and going forward. Barcelona can't function without Gavi. Initially, I was thinking it was Pedri. Initially, I was thinking it was Frankie. But the true answer is Gavi. You know, I will give you a mad stat, which I've just literally researched about. Barcelona has lost 46% of the duels when Gavi went out from an injury. You know how mad that is for you to say that? Because it gives you, it puts it into perspective, the losses against Girona, the draws against Valencia, the losses and things. You put it into perspective, they were always weak in that midfield. They always felt exposed in that midfield, and that's because of Gavi in that midfield. Gavi was literally the number 6. Gavi was literally the number 8. Gavi was literally playing as a left back in certain games when Baldi was going up, when Cancelo was going up. But Gavi was literally as a left winger in certain games. And last season there was a lot of people made fun of Gavi, including myself, because people said, "Oh well, he's not that person. He's not that type of player." But I looked at it for a second. First of all, I always knew this, but I didn't want to say it. he was playing a role which is not really his role. Like, he's never a left winger. He's not a right winger. Xavi was just forcing him to play in there because he's got too many midfielders. He's trying to balance all of them in one go. But now you've seen him when Frankie went down, when Pedro went down, he went back to where he wants to play, which is the midfield. And you've seen what he's done this season. Their midfield is Gavi. Their midfield is Gavi. The way they defend as a collective, as a midfield trio, it comes down to Gavi. And the way they build up from the back, surprisingly enough, is Gavi. So Gavi not only has been Barcelona's best midfielder, he's been Barcelona's best player this season. And his absence for the rest of the season is going to hurt Barcelona in a massive, massive, massive way, bro. Massive way. He's assaulted them, fam. They've lost a key, crucial element to that team. And that's why you're seeing where Barcelona is right now. It's without Gavi. So, bro, listen, man, let's put the bias aside. All the Madrid fans as well watching this. Let's put the bias aside, man. Let's put the bias aside, the hatred aside, this and that. Yes, we might not like him as a player when it comes to the challenges. I want him arguing with Madrid players, with Vinny and this, man. That little arrogance in him. But it's part of the game, bro. It's part of the game. We've got players like that as well. Let's not deny we've got arrogant players in our team as well. We've got like the shamelessness play in our team as well. It is what it is, fam. Let's put some credit to what Gavi has done. Because, bro, Gavi is Barcelona this season. And last but not least, again, let's not waste any time. Let's just go straight over. It is Jude Bellingham. Mr. Top Score, Mr. Assist, everything he's done, bro. 12 goals. He's been playing as a midfielder, and that's why in this formation, in this team of the season, I've got him playing as a 10 right there. The same way he plays for Real Madrid, he's going to be playing for my team as well. Jude Bellingham, that's a number 10. And the last two strikers, one of them is not a striker, one of them I'm converting into a striker. One of them is Mr. Kubo from Real Sociedad. The reason why I was thinking of playing 4-3-3 is I wanted to give credit to the person on the left-hand side for Girona, Salvio, who's having an incredible season. And I think teams are now noticing him. And Troyes, who's of course his permanent team, he's of course a loan to Girona, is going to have, I mean, they're partly owned by City. And apparently there's been rumours about City trying to get him as well. So I don't know what's going on. But credit to what Salvio has done. But let's go back to Kubo. And Kubo, what a player. What a player. When he left Real Madrid, I was a bit sad when he left Madrid because I knew I could see what he had in him. And I could see the talent that he's got. The ability he's got in his game is on another level, fam. He possesses so much ability in his game. And that's the reason why Sociedad is doing so well this season. There's a reason why it comes down to, of course, his partner on the left-hand side, Ozabayal, who's also having a good season this season as well. Like 7 goals in La Liga this season. And he's done the Champions League as well. But I feel like the X factor for that Sociedad team. Whenever I watch Sociedad play, I feel like the X factor, the person that makes everything tick, Zubimendi as well. Like let's not forget what he's done on Michael Moreno. But the person that adds that little spark, that adds that little X factor, is Kubo on that right hand side. And a lot of teams are now rumored, of course, to get him this summer. I would love for us to get him. I would love for him to come back if Mbappe doesn't come. Because I don't want to get Kubo and not play him consistently because he deserves to be playing 90 minutes. He's that good of a player that he deserves 90 minutes. And Sociedad, the way they've progressed and they've developed him into the player he is now, massive credit to you guys. That's why for me, Sociedad's brilliance and excellence this season, a part of it comes down to how great Kubo's been this season. And then on the left-hand side of the striking role, of the two-man forward line, is, for me, he is becoming now underrated, which for me is baffling. I don't understand why we are classifying this person as underrated. It has to be Antoine Griezmann. What a player. The remontada that he's had. I remember him 2-3 years ago. It was a Barcelona's last season at Atletico, where he was never playing because of the clause that Barca and Atleti had. People were saying, well, is this the end of Antoine? Is this the end of Griezmann? But last season, the end of last season that he had, the stretch of game that he had, yeah, the World Cup he went to, of course. The World Cup was the catalyst of that, by the way. He had a great World Cup, which led to the end of last season. And now this season, he's taken it to another level. The reason why Morata is scoring goals, surprisingly, I think he's got 7-8 goals, is because of what Antoine Griezmann does that in that forward line. The reason why the players now, Rodrigo De Paul, you've got Matt Llorente, you've got them, man, it's because of Griezmann. Griezmann is literally everything for Atletico. The same way I say Gavi is for Barcelona, Antoine is that for Atletico. Whenever Atleti try to do something, it has to be from a Antoine Griezmann pass or an assist or a shot or whatever. It has to be from Antoine Griezmann. And we need to stop putting some disrespect on Antoine Griezmann's name. He deserves to be amongst, in my opinion, amongst the best players so far, the best performance in the world this season. Because he's carried the Athletic side on his back. Even the Champions League, the reason why Athletic got first in the Champions League, most of it comes down to Antoine Griezmann. So credit to Antoine, man. Credit to Antoine. Massive, massive player. But guys, this has been my team of the season in La Liga this season. Team of the season in La Liga this season. Bars, bro. Bars. If you feel like you've got a different team, if you feel like I've missed certain players that you feel like should be on there, put it down in the comments. Let me see your team of the season. Let me see who you feel like has been the best 11 players in La Liga this season. And if you want me to do a Premier League one, let me know, because I might do one. But as you guys know, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Peace!